Hey, counselor, can I talk to you? Oh, of course. Have a seat. What's going on? Well, there's these boys. Some of them are actually my friends, but they're kind of bullying me, and I guess they're bullying me, and I'm not really sure how to handle it. Hmm. When you say that they're bullying you, like, what are they doing? Are they hitting you, or? No, they're not hitting me or anything, but they're like picking on me about things like my hair or my weight or my teeth. And they always say, "Oh, I was just joking," but like I've told them that I'm not comfortable with the way that they talk to me when it comes to those things and that I want them to stop, and they won't. And I don't know how to make them stop. I want them to stop, and I've told them that I want them to stop, and they won't. They're supposed to be my friends. Okay, I see. Um, so I hate to say this, but at this age, boys are a little stupid, and chances are at least one of them just likes you and he doesn't know how to show that or how to tell you that. And so he's kind of jumping in with picking on you just to get your attention. He's just not doing it in the right way? Okay, but how do I get them to stop? Because that's not how I want a boy who likes me to get my attention. That's it doesn't feel good, and I want it to stop. How can I make it stop? Well, I'm not sure that you will be able to make it stop, but I mean, you could always get up and walk away if they don't stop, or you could try and be a little more forceful with it, get a little louder, say, "I mean it," stuff like that. All right. Glad we had this talk. I've never seen that movie before. What's it about? Hey, Michelle, why do you always bring your lunch to school? Why don't you ever eat from the cafeteria? Oh, I'm vegetarian, and I never really know for sure what they're gonna serve and if there's gonna be enough vegetarian-friendly things, so I just bring my own. You don't eat meat at all? Is it like a religious thing, or? No, I mean, it's just my choice. I don't really like the taste of some meats anyway, but there's a lot that goes into it, environmentally and morally, so it's just a personal choice. Hmm. Okay. Okay, tell me about this movie. Hey, Michelle, do you want to try some of my chips? Oh, yeah, sure, thank you. Mmm, pretty good, right? Take a few more. Thank you, Samson, that's really kind of you. They really are very good. See, I told you she'd like meat. What? They're chicken chips. You just ate chicken. What? Come on, I'm just playing with you. So there's not chicken. There's no chicken in those. I mean, we're just messing with you, but yeah, there's chicken in those. Counselor, I have to talk to you now. What's going on? The boys that I told you were kind of bullying me, and you said that I couldn't make them stop. Okay, take a breath and then go ahead and tell me what happened. I'm a vegetarian, and they know that. They asked me about it a couple of weeks ago, and they knew I'm a vegetarian, and Samson just gave me chips in the cafeteria knowing that they had chicken in them, and he was holding the bag all weird, and I didn't think anything of it, but I think he was trying to cover that there was chicken in them. He knowingly gave you something that's a dietary restriction for you? Yes, I just threw up twice in the bathroom. Okay, is this an allergy? No, I'm a vegetarian by choice, but I don't like some meats already, and he never should have. This was so wrong. Okay, go next door to the secretary, tell her that you need to get an incident form, and I want you to fill out that form. I will call and speak with, who was it? Samson did it. I will call Samson right now and have a conversation with him. Okay. You wanted to see me again? Here's the report. Oh, thank you, but honestly, I don't think this is going to be necessary anymore. Why not? Well, I called Samson and I talked to him and I asked him what the chips were that he gave you. All right. And they're chicken flavored chips, but I looked up the detailed ingredient list and there is no actual chicken in what he gave you. But he thought there was. That's why he gave them to me. He thought there was meat in them. Right, but he didn't actually give you meat. He didn't actually do anything wrong. But he meant to. He meant to give me meat, knowing that I don't eat it, knowing it would make me sick. Well, I think you and I can both agree, now that we know there was no chicken in there, that the sickness was self-induced. I'm sorry, the visceral reaction that I had thinking I had put meat in my body when it is something that I am against doing wasn't self-induced. I didn't stick my finger down my throat. That's not what I'm saying. It's not the chicken that made you sick. It was your thoughts that made you sick. And he didn't really do anything wrong. He didn't give you meat. So, is anything going to happen from this? Again, he didn't really do anything wrong. He didn't actually give you meat. And boys will be boys. Like I told you before, boys this age are a little stupid and they do things like this. But there's nothing that we can do. Are you kidding me? Well, I mean, I guess you could just, learn something from this and maybe don't take food from Samson in the future. Unfreaking believable. The boy was never held accountable and the girl never got justice that she very much deserved. But hey, did you know that you can actually be allergic to meat? And those allergies do not manifest themselves like most allergies do. And in some cases, people who have become vegetarians because they don't like meat that much are actually less satisfied with the reactions that their bodies have to that meat. And many of them are never diagnosed as having an allergy to meat. I think what gets to me most about this story is that I don't care if it's a preference or an allergy or a sensitivity or anything else. If somebody tells you that they don't want to be exposed to literally anything, a substance, a fragrance, anything, and you go out of your way and behind their back to expose them to it just to see if they react, that is a terrible thing to do. Did you know that every time you induce something like that, you're putting somebody at greater risk of further medical complications in the future? When it comes to migraines, every migraine increases your risk of having a stroke. With an allergy, you increase your risk of anaphylaxis. And if somebody believes that they just have a preference, but maybe it's actually an allergy manifesting itself in a strange way, you're putting them at the same risk. Same thing with allergies to artificial sweeteners. Aspartame and sucralose are two I cannot have. The reaction that my body has is not like a typical allergy, but it's visceral and it's terrible to deal with. And it sucks to have to be so vigilant about anything and everything that you put in your body, from snacks to beverages to hydration packets. I can't have most of it, and everyone thinks it's a preference because they don't have to feel the effects of it for the next 3 days. So what's the solution to this? Parents, teach your children basic human decency. And if you're a child and your parents haven't taught you basic human decency, you're also old enough to start recognizing what is and isn't decent for yourself. So you should be making better decisions for yourself. Because this story, my friend's story at her school that I did a POV on several months back, it is all maddening to me that we have so many people who don't just not care, but they want to cause problems. They want to hurt other people just to see what happens, just to watch them squirm, just to see if they're telling the truth. You're not entitled to their sickness, but they should be entitled to a safe environment. Have a good day.